I am Jason Klom. I host a Comedy on Vinyl podcast. I do a thing called... I should give up. I have been listening to a comedy album a day for all of 2017. Obviously, I'm only a few days into it, but I decided to pick. I've been collecting... I love English humor, like every nerd of a certain age or of a certain disposition. And I've been buying BBC records wherever I can find them. They're harder to get out here, although there are some stores, some English specialty stores on the west side of Los Angeles where you can get some English records still in their shrink wrap. And it's fantastic. This is not one of those. I got this probably at Atomic Records in Burbank, where I get most of my records. This is the 1968 record. Oh, actually, no, sorry, 1978 record, because it's a lot of dates to deal with. I'm sorry, I'll read that again. This is, I got it, first of all, because it's BBC. Second of all, because it's pre-Python John Cleese, writing and performing. It's a fake news show, but it's way more than that. I mean, calling it a fake news show, that's just one little thing. It's as much a fake news show as, the other one that I can't think of the name right now, and I literally just covered with, Stuart Goldsmith on my podcast. I don't know what's going on with me today, but the show started out in 1963, ended in 1973, actually technically started in 64, premiered as a different show in a pilot. But anyway, started in 64, ended in 73. It takes place on Prune Radio. There are your prunes. That way they don't have to call it the BBC. And then they can have fun as much as they want with just about as many things as they want. There are a few things that stand out, other than, one or two insensitive portrayals and jokes about the homosexuals. Again, not intended to be offensive, but that doesn't really change anything. But the thing that stands out the most is their childish use of puns. And I am a pun booster. I love puns. I'm fine with them. But in this, what's great is the audience gives them as much shit possible. For them. There are full groans, because it's a radio show. There's the live audience, Goon style, BBC radio style in general. Some of the great shows just had these just massively interactive audiences, and that's one of the fun things about this, is them groaning every time there's a horrible pun. And there are some things that even I can't get behind, and they're just terrible. And it's great. It's got, let's see here. There are a number of actually, if you listen to the Dan and Jay's Comedy Hour podcast I do, we recently had our 100th episode, which was a BBC Christmas special, so we called it. And I had the few English and British people that I knew involved. And one bit that we did that was not written by me was it was a Welsh BBC report of the year. And there's something in this, it's not the same thing at all, but it is very funny. It's called News in Welsh, and it's possibly actually Welsh language, but I'm going to say probably not. Probably just sounds Welsh with punctuated. This is the thing that I think you saw done in the 90s here when, oh my goodness, we finally have Spanish-speaking people on TV. That was just it was more accent jokes that we would do here, but this is Welsh language punctuated with English language, names and subjects and things, and that was just the joke. The speed with which it's delivered is probably the funniest part. And then, of course, there's a bit of ironically anti-Welsh sentiment in it. I hope it's ironic. There's talent contest. It ends with Taming of the Shrew. That is just insane, and more the puns trickle in, and then there are supposed translations for the modern listener, where a goblet is translated by a female voice as a tiny mouth. That's the kind of crap that is on this. And again, my style, but at some point I'm with the audience on these, where they're just ridiculous. There's a fantastic picture on the back with the cast. You can see John Cleese right there. He's not the woman, he's the man there. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's very fast to listen to. It came out, like I said, in 78. So this is a best of that, as they say. The program having ceased recording in 1973, this quite clearly must be the right time to bring out an LP. So, it's very much, hey, the Pythons are famous. Let's release something with a Python on it. Obviously, it's a well-known show and well-regarded show, but 5 years after it's off the air is, it's interesting timing, to say the least. But it is a fun album to listen to. I would recommend listening to it. All the BBC records are a lot of fun. They did entire episodes of radio shows. They did best ofs like this one, but they also did. I have one of them that is a record of 2 episodes of Fawlty Towers. There's an episode on one side, episode on the other. Just the audio of those episodes, and I'm very excited to listen to them because they released a bunch of them, and that's not the kind of thing that they ever did over here. I have also heard rumor that, not just heard it, but read it in Simon Pegg's autobiography, that he heard all, not just some of, all of Young Frankenstein as a series of LPs. I've never found this. I cannot find anybody to corroborate it. I believe him. Simon Pegg is one of my favorite actors of all time, but for the life of me, I can find no evidence of this. So if there's anybody out there who does know about it, please tell me. I want to find it. It's probably super rare, but I want to know something about it, if that indeed happened, and it wasn't just a weird memory that he had. Because again, it's a reasonable extension of that, where if you have a TV show that's on vinyl, why not movies? So that's just an interesting thing. Somebody tell me about it. I want to know about it. That's about it. Go to comedyonvinyl.com, subscribe at Comedy on Vinyl, and follow wherever you can. We're Comedy on Vinyl everywhere. Not very difficult to find. Like I said, subscribe to us, rate us highly if you like us. That's about it. I'm Jason Klum, and as always, have a good thing.